Title: Debunking the link between red meat and type 2 diabetes. Avoid this food instead. In today's health-conscious world, where every food choice seems to be scrutinized under the microscope of nutrition, the debate surrounding red meat and its alleged association with type 2 diabetes has gained considerable attention. Many individuals have been led to believe that consuming red meat significantly increases the risk of developing this metabolic disorder. However, recent research suggests that the connection between red meat and type 2 diabetes may not be as straightforward as once thought. The misconception regarding the link between red meat and type 2 diabetes has led to unnecessary fear and confusion among consumers. Contrary to popular belief, numerous studies have failed to establish a definitive causal relationship between the consumption of red meat and the onset of type 2 diabetes. While observational studies have suggested a potential correlation, it is essential to recognize the limitations of such research, which often relies on self-reported dietary habits and may be influenced by other lifestyle factors. One crucial factor that often gets overlooked in discussions about red meat and type 2 diabetes is the quality of the meat consumed. Not all red meat is created equal, and factors such as processing methods, cooking techniques, and the presence of additives can significantly impact its health effects. For instance, processed red meats like bacon, sausages, and deli meats are often high in saturated fats, sodium, and preservatives, which are known contributors to various health problems, including type 2 diabetes. Moreover, it's essential to consider the overall dietary pattern rather than focusing solely on individual food items. Research indicates that a diet rich in processed foods, refined carbohydrates, and sugary beverages is far more detrimental to metabolic health than moderate consumption of lean, unprocessed red meat. Therefore, instead of demonizing red meat altogether, the emphasis should be on promoting a balanced diet that includes a variety of nutrient-dense foods. Furthermore, the demonization of red meat overlooks its nutritional benefits. Red meat is an excellent source of essential nutrients such as protein, iron, zinc, and B vitamins, which play vital roles in various physiological processes. Iron, in particular, is essential for the proper functioning of red blood cells and energy metabolism. While these nutrients can be obtained from other sources, red meat provides them in highly bioavailable forms, making it a valuable component of a well-rounded diet. It's also worth noting that dietary recommendations should be tailored to individual needs and preferences. For some people, especially those following certain dietary patterns like the ketogenic or carnivore diet, red meat may constitute a significant portion of their food intake without adverse health effects. As long as red meat is consumed in moderation and as part of a balanced diet, there is no compelling evidence to suggest that it inherently increases the risk of type 2 diabetes. Instead of fixating on red meat as the primary culprit, attention should be redirected towards more significant dietary offenders that have a more substantial impact on metabolic health. One such offender is ultra-processed foods, which are laden with unhealthy fats, sugars, and additives while lacking essential nutrients. These foods have been strongly linked to obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes, highlighting the importance of prioritizing whole, minimally processed foods in the diet. In conclusion, the notion that red meat is directly responsible for the development of type 2 diabetes is a simplistic oversimplification of a complex issue. While excessive consumption of processed red meats may indeed pose health risks, moderate intake of lean, unprocessed red meat as part of a balanced diet is unlikely to significantly increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. Rather than vilifying red meat, efforts should focus on promoting overall dietary patterns that prioritize whole foods and minimize the intake of ultra-processed junk foods. By adopting a holistic approach to nutrition, individuals can make informed choices that support their long-term health and well-being. Remember, when it comes to dietary decisions, moderation and balance are key. Instead of eliminating red meat altogether, focus on making mindful choices and prioritizing whole, nutrient-dense foods. Your body will thank you for it in the long run. Certainly, let's delve deeper into the misconceptions surrounding red meat and type 2 diabetes, and explore alternative dietary choices for optimal health. It's crucial to acknowledge the role of misinformation and sensationalized headlines in shaping public perception about red meat and its supposed link to type 2 diabetes. Media reports often oversimplify scientific research, leading to confusion and unnecessary alarm among consumers. In reality, the scientific evidence supporting a direct causal relationship between red meat consumption and type 2 diabetes is inconclusive at best. One common misconception is that all red meat is inherently unhealthy and should be avoided to prevent type 2 diabetes. However, this blanket statement fails to differentiate between different types of red meat and their respective health implications. Lean cuts of red meat, such as sirloin steak or lean ground beef, can be part of a nutritious diet when consumed in moderation and in the context of a balanced meal plan. Moreover, demonizing red meat overlooks the cultural and socioeconomic factors that influence dietary choices. For many people, particularly in Western societies, red meat holds significant cultural and social significance and may be a staple food item in their traditional cuisine. Instead of advocating for complete avoidance of red meat, it is more realistic and sustainable to promote moderation and mindful consumption. In the context of preventing type 2 diabetes, dietary recommendations should focus on addressing overarching lifestyle factors that contribute to metabolic dysfunction. Poor dietary habits, sedentary lifestyle, excess body weight, and genetic predisposition are all significant risk factors for type 2 diabetes, and simply cutting out red meat from the diet is unlikely to mitigate these risks effectively. A more effective approach is to encourage individuals to adopt a balanced and varied diet that emphasizes whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and lean proteins. By prioritizing nutrient-dense foods and minimizing the intake of processed and refined products, individuals can support their metabolic health and reduce their risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Additionally, promoting regular physical activity and maintaining a healthy body weight are essential components of diabetes prevention. Exercise not only helps regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity, but also contributes to overall cardiovascular health and well-being. Incorporating a combination of aerobic exercise, strength training, and flexibility exercises into one's routine can have significant benefits for long-term health. When it comes to making dietary choices, it's essential to consider the bigger picture and focus on overall dietary patterns rather than fixating on individual foods. While red meat can certainly be enjoyed as part of a balanced diet, it should not be the sole focus of one's nutrition strategy. By adopting a holistic approach to eating and lifestyle habits, individuals can take proactive steps towards reducing their risk of type 2 diabetes and promoting overall health and well-being. In conclusion, the link between red meat consumption and type 2 diabetes is far more nuanced than commonly portrayed in the media. While excessive intake of processed red meats may pose health risks, moderate consumption of lean, unprocessed red meat can be part of a healthy diet. Instead of demonizing red meat, efforts should focus on promoting balanced dietary patterns that prioritize whole foods and lifestyle habits that support metabolic health. By empowering individuals to make informed choices and adopt sustainable dietary practices, we can work towards reducing the burden of type 2 diabetes and improving public health outcomes.